Hey guys, so I wanted to welcome back to Disney Sorcerer Arena. So I wanted to show you something. Alright? So I have right here in front of us these two events. One is a legendary event, and one is a seasonal event. The problem is, if you come in here and you look at who's in here, you come in here, you do this, and you win, happy, and you can see how many happy, you can see how many bashful, you can see how many sleepy, you can see how many dopey I have right now. So I do this, I win this, right? I win, 6 of this, 6 of him, 3, 3, 3, all this. Okay, cool. Got it, fine. And that's for Snow White, right? Come over here, there's this, and you get max. Do it. Complete three max. Okay, fine, whatever. The problem is, you can't get any power line. Because to get power line, you need max goof. Now, unlike with the Snow White event, where we go back in, yeah, I know that the thing started. Go back in. Every time I do this, so when I get this, it's gonna give me more shards, and it's gonna give me another piece of Snow White. And we'll just go look at Snow White real quick, so you can see how many shards I have of her real quick. 25. So next time I get it, I'll get 25. The thing is, if I wanted Snow White, I could go after Snow White because there's a side campaign. Just like there is for Alice in Wonderland, just like there is for Wreck-It Ralph if I wanted Ralph. Side campaign. So I can go in here and I can farm the doors, which we've talked about me doing at some point. But I've decided the doors themselves are so crap that I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm doing Alice first, which makes sense, right? Makes total sense that I would do Alice first because, given the choice between the team, sure Snow White might be better overall, but I'm not going to get any bang out of the team at all, other than the fact that I can use Doc as the Summoner Chosen. Who cares? Big whoop. If the rest of the team is crap, you're not going to use any of the team anywhere else. The problem is, if you come in here and you look for max goof, you come in here, should probably have just gone down to Goof Troop or whatever, the Goofy movie. You see that I'm 8 fragments from having max goof open. The problem is, where do I get max? Well, you can buy them, or you can just do the event. There's no other way to get max. Whereas, you can get the dwarves for easy. And so, in getting the dwarves, you get legendary Snow White. But the problem is, if I went after the dwarves, I could have the dwarves faster. I can have Snow White much faster than I could get max or power line. And the problem is, neither of these are legendary characters. Max is what, a 2 or 3 star unlock? Power line is a 4-star unlock. They're not legendary characters. They're just I don't know because I've not played with them at all. But I hear power line's pretty good, and I hear that Max is pretty good. And so the two of them are probably better than all 7 of the dwarves put together. Now the problem is, are they as good as Snow White? No. But they're more usable than the dwarves. So what do we have coming up? should probably have thought this a little bit through, but remember on the, I'm going to try to bring it up real quick. I don't know if it's going to work right, being as I'm in the wrong program, and I get it on the screen, thankfully, but if you're looking with me, we go back to July. I don't want to belabor this too much, but if we go back to July, wherever it is, however far back in my Wayback Machine of this thing, if we go back to July, then we know, hey, or no, it was June, right? Yeah, the last part of June, where they said, hey, this is who's coming, and it was Alice, it was Edna, and then, and they neglected to mention that Edna was a legendary until we found out that she was. But who do we have left? We have Remy and Linguini. Two characters similar to the way Max and Powerline are. That's how I'm thinking. I'm thinking that Max and Powerline will be another seasonal event, just like Max and Powerline. Just like the Winnie the Pooh thing. Only with Winnie the Pooh you can actually farm Eeyore. You can't get the honey spell anywhere. But you can at least farm Max and Eeyore. But what's to stop them from doing the same thing with Ratatouille, with Remy and Linguini that they did with Powerline and Max? Nothing. And then, if we go further, then, stuff that they're thinking about that we may get around Christmas or the beginning of next year is going to be the Evil Queen. You can do the same thing with these, with those two. And then Encanto is actually probably going to be our next legendary that we're going to get, but it's probably new. But I would be very surprised if we saw it before March. But because we have all this Gear 9.5 stuff that they're getting ready to ramp for, that we're probably going to be getting maybe as soon as next week. That being, leading up to Halloween, I could see that happening, or the week, probably not the week after, but next week, or 2 weeks into November, definitely. But I just thought it was interesting, and I was just thinking about it. I was like, why is it easier to get Snow White than it is to get Max and Powerline? And with Max and Powerline, they're actually good. Whereas you think about the Winnie the Pooh event, and there's some debate as to whether any of those characters are really very good. So, just something I want to touch base with. Have you noticed it? Does it annoy you that it's much easier to get a crap team like the Dwarves and get a pretty good legendary in Snow White, or would you prefer that it was easier to get Powerline and Max Goof, because they could potentially be better for you than the Dwarves? I mean, how much run are you actually going to get out of the Dwarves in a raid as compared to if you were using Max and Powerline? Just a question. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. Sure to like and subscribe to the video if you want to. Go ahead and feel free to ring that bell so you know when I'm uploading more stuff. I'll be back, as always, as soon as there's something else to talk about. Until then, have a good day. We'll see you. Have a good one.